Hello everyone and welcome to part 4 of our F1 2016 career. Here as you can see we got some upgrades to the car to hopefully make us further forward, so we won't be at the back, as we'll find out in a minute where we line up on the performance chart. If we have a look now, as you can see we are now above Renault and Manor and just below Haas here. As you can see, we have 3 upgrades to the car, engine and a bit of aero, and a chassis rate as well. As you can see here, the constructors and driver standings, we line up pretty good there. 1 point to our name so far. Hopefully we can change that to be a bit higher. You see we line up 4th bottom in the constructors as well. So now we'll head off to qualifying for this race.
Welcome back to Sochi. We're about to be joining the action down in the pit lane as the cars get ready to embark on their qualifying runs. This is the kind of track.
As you can see here, we go on the super soft tyres, and I'll take you through this lap here at the Sochi Dome at Russia here in Sochi. So we come across the line, of course. The Sauber not very quick. It's been known here this is one of the slowest cars on the calendar. Not got a lot of straight line speed, but we come down to turn 1. Hard braking here, you just turn it in there, clip the apex near the bollard, get turned out into this long left-hander here. The car likes flowing through here, can have a bit of a snap oversteer sometimes through this corner, but nonetheless it is pretty good. It brake down here into 3rd gear, chuck the car in, get the power on, 4th, up to 5th, 6th, as you come down to the braking zone here, down into about 4/3 of gear. You chuck the car out, up into 4th, back up to 5th here until this little bit of a double apex here, 1 apex, and then to the 2nd bit here. Bit of a tricky corner that is until this other double apex here. Get the car turned in, it's a bit hard. I don't like this corner very much here. You run wide, lose a lot of time out the corner, it's pretty good. As we come down to the braking zone here, long straight here under the Rolex signs. Get the power on here, long run here. It's a slight turned corner, as you can see it turns in the straight but still flat out, so it should be fine. As here I made a bit of a mistake here, lock up, lose a few positions there, a lap down to about 12th, 13th, 15th place. It's a bad corner there, don't ever like that corner. Down to 16th, but we'll get up to 15th again here. With the final corners up to 14th, so it's been an okay lap so far. Not the best, but for a Sauber it's a brilliant lap so far. As we come down to the final few corners, you can see we're battling 15th here. We end up in 15th place here in the Sauber, which is a good result. Of course, it's only qualifying, we still have to do the race. And as one once said, anything can happen in Formula 1, and it usually does, according to Crofty. I don't think that was a line from Murray Walker, but I don't know. But we'll head into the race.
Good afternoon from Sochi as we prepare to get underway for the Russian Grand Prix. The championship battle has some time to go yet, but still expect no quarter to be given here on this circuit that made its debut in 2014 and has already seen some classic racing. Built on the shores of the Black Sea, the Sochi Autodrome is a 3.6-mile tour around some of the venues built for the 2014 Winter Olympic Games. Close barriers may make overtakes more challenging, but with 56% of the lap taken absolutely flat out, we certainly won't be wanting for pure speed. A fitting arena then to do battle at the pinnacle of motorsport. And alongside me to take you through it all is none other than Anthony Davidson. This was a circuit that I think in its inaugural race got off to a bit of a shaky start, but since then it's really drawn the fans in and become a very popular event. What do you think changed?
Well, this just goes to show the importance of fixing problems as and when you discover them. As a complete unknown quantity in 2014, the tyre choice was quite conservative, which didn't really allow much in terms of different strategy options. So it was pretty much as you were from lights to flag. But that was a great learning experience, and we came back the next year and had a really exciting Grand Prix, with battles for the podium going on all the way to the final lap. So hopefully we'll be treated to more of the same this year.
Keep your eyes open on the run to turn 1 and keep it clean. We want to come
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and P2 goes to Daniel Ricciardo, a strong showing from the Australian. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Rosberg, Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel and Raikkonen, Bottas, Massa, Perez and Nico Hülkenberg, Alonso, Grosjean, Jenson Button and Sainz, Sauber, Gutierrez, Daniel Kvyat and Felipe Nasser, Magnussen and Palmer, Pascal Wehrlein and Rio Haryanto completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So as you can see here, we'll be starting on a 2 stops here after you saw we qualified in a reasonable position. A 1 stop should I say, from the super soft to the soft tyres. Meanwhile the 5 lights will come on, we'll get the clutch engaged, the lights will go out and we'll see where we'll line up in this pecking order coming to turn 1. The lights are out and we get a good start. A Force India drop back low, Hülkenberg and Sergio Perez also gets a shocking start. I think both are Force Indias. Absolutely horrible there. As we go down to turn 1, we've got a Haas on the left, we've got yellow flags behind. There's been an accident it seems, and it's Kevin Magnussen who has had a horrible race so far. He's already out the race and hasn't even got to turn 1 technically yet. Of course he's a rival, so that's good news for us, bad news for him. He's had a horrible start. Meanwhile Sebastian Vettel also seemed to have a bad start. He hasn't qualified well, he hasn't got off the line too well. Hopefully I might be able to pass the Ferrari in a Sauber. Absolutely brilliant start so far. Of course, we've got cars behind and they can still attack me and probably will, because this Sauber is not fast in a straight line at all, but it's still reasonably good compared to, well, 2 other cars right now, and that would be the Renault and the Manners of them. So we're ahead of 2 cars so far. Only hope we can move ahead of another 3 or 4, maybe 5 by the end of the season, you don't know. Meanwhile, a lap 4 right now. We're catching up to Sebastian Vettel. We're getting a good exit here. Braked it very late into the corner. We've got a bad exit a little bit there, but that won't cost us too much here as we bounce over the curb. Get a bit of a corner cut warning as we come into this corner. Get a really good exit there, right against the wall here. And can we get the inside of Vettel here? Let's see, we'll go up the inside. Good move there. Leaving some space so he can still hang around the outside if he wants to, but he hasn't. I just realised something. He'll have DRS off of me here, and I won't have DRS off of Bottas, I'm not sure. Well, no, I will actually, so just in the slipstream here. But here goes Sebastian Vettel then round the outside. Will he do the move? Let's see, he's going to brake late. I'll try and outbrake him, but he's got the position here. I'll only have to look forward to overtaking him sometime in the future. Meanwhile, we can't until the middle of lap 5. We've got a weird incident happening here. As you can see, everyone's going very slowly. As we got the inside of him, you can see there seems to be an accident here. He's got a car going around, and it's Kimi Raikkonen there who's had an accident there. And I'm up into currently 2nd place. He's got both cars there. We're going to squeeze me and almost get collected there. And actually Verstappen has hit there. And I think they've both got problems with their car. Either that or they're being a bit cheeky and let me to get position. As Kimi Raikkonen is out the race, so it's all gone wrong for him. Will there be a safety car for this? Doesn't seem so. No safety car. That's a surprise, actually. I thought there'd be a safety car. Meanwhile, I think we're coming into the pit lane this lap. Yes, we are. We'll chuck it in here behind Nico Rosberg here. So we're in 2nd place. I tapped the wall as well, actually, just for good measure. We come into the pit lane. Here's a horrible pit entry there on this track, of course. Very tight and it's very hard to do. As we jump ahead of Nico Rosberg there. And he'll get only held up there. So this could be actually really good for us here. Let's see, is it a good stop for this team? It is for once. We got a good stop. And right now, we're ahead of Nico Rosberg. So we're currently leading this race, what is absolutely amazing to see there. Felipe Massa's passed us, but I believe he is not pitting, or has pitted already, I'm not sure. I don't think he has pitted yet. We cut on to lap 7 here. I'm in 2nd place, so Felipe Massa seems to have still not pitted yet. Very odd for him, but never mind that. We've got Nico Rosberg all over us here. Coming down into this long straight here. Rosberg goes straight past the Mercedes power, superior to this Sauber here. Let's see if we can up the inside, brake late, lock up. Get the position there, bang tyres there, and Sebastian Vettel also daps me as well. But I have the position currently. Vettel got Vettel optimistic, should we say. Felipe Massa doesn't seem to have pitted yet, so it's a pretty big shock there. Felipe Massa is going for a long stop here. Being Sebastian Vettel up the inside there, so he's outbraked me here. Got the inside, and resistance is futile here. Let's see, can I get a good exit? I'll have the DRS, but so will Rosberg, so we've got to look out here. Let's see if the Mercedes will try and overtake us, or can this car overtake the Works Ferrari team. Let's see, we're getting the slipstream, DRS open. I'm going to make a move into turn number 1 or 2. Up the inside, and we have the position. We seem to got here, cars going slowly. The inside of the Ferrari, we've got both the Force India's trouble, and Vettel's been hit. But we've got the position. Great job here. As we continue moving on, we've got Vettel. Is that Vettel up the inside as well? Let's see. No, it's not. Is that Perez? Is that Sergio Perez trying to overtake us? So we're not having any of that. That'll break late, and I've locked up the car. That's dreadful here. We've been overtaken by Perez, but he's a lap down and allowed straight back through. So Perez causing absolute carnage here in this 8th lap of the race, as he holds up the Ferrari as well. See, he got behind, so it's not gone well there. So Felipe Massa still hasn't pitted. Now I'm starting to worry. Has he actually pitted already? I'm not sure, but hopefully he hasn't, because if he hasn't, then we're winning this race. And I don't think it'll be for long, because here comes the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel around the outside into the kink, and he's got me here. Well, that was futile. We're never going to hold off a Ferrari in this Sauber. Let's see, can I go up the inside? No, he's got so much outbraking there. Better brakes, of course. And we'll have to drop back here as we cut on later to the race to lap 10. And we've got Esteban Gutierrez now attacking us in the Haas. And that's amazing to see. I wasn't expecting him to come after us, and he has. We're not having any of that. We're just about side by side of them in the standings of the charts, and we'll get ahead of him on the track as well. Amazing to see that he is actually still there. As we continue on our way. Let's see, was he catch on? But was he cut on to end of lap 10? Here goes Gutierrez getting past. And can we see Will Jensen Button in the McLaren get past as well? Up the inside of bank tyres. That's an okay move there. Sergio Perez is still there, so still holding up this field as well. So it's all still kicking off behind. Hopefully that might give us a bit of a breathing space indeed. If you can't tell already, I have got a bit of a cold as well. That's why if you hear me coughing, that probably explains why. Meanwhile, I think that Perez actually got ahead of them, so Perez could be coming at us here. So this might help us here as we cut onto lap 11 here. And it definitely seems like we're holding position currently. Let's see, is the car behind get up the DRS and get the slipstream? Really trying to overtake, very defensive, and it is still Esteban Gutierrez again trying it. But again, we'll have the inside line here and we'll get the position back. Easy does. As we cut on to lap 12 now, and with JB's behind us, so Gutierrez has dropped back now for some reason. And we've got Daniel Ricciardo as well there in the slipstream as my voice starts to go. And we get tapped by Ricciardo up the inside though, but he's got such a grip. Look at that, round the outside, and Ricciardo has absolutely done us for dust there. And now we're going to knock out for Jensen Button. He'll be behind us. Can he overtake us, or can we get ahead of Ricciardo? But look at Ricciardo just bolting off in the distance there. Absolutely amazing driving by that Sauber. Of course he's in a Red Bull, but it needs to be a Sauber. They're very technically there. As we lock up actually coming into the middle of lap 12. JB's actually, I think, tapped us here. We go around the outside, absolutely stormed past us here. And that was probably not what I was expecting. I thought, okay, we'll get ahead. No, he's not having any of it. He is absolutely done us for dust. But that McLaren isn't very fast in a straight line. Can we go up the inside? JB locks up. I think he saw us coming if had a little bit of a panic there, but we weren't close enough to dive up the inside. We weren't doing Ricciardo there. You know, Ricciardo just up the road, pulling away a little bit there. Let's see, if we get a good exit, we might be able to get the DRS off of him. He'll definitely have the DRS off of this car. Meanwhile, Verstappen behind us, catching up slowly but gently. and hopefully he does not catch us by the end of this race, as he cut the corner a little bit there, but it doesn't say we did, so we'll carry on. As we go into the slipstream then, can we try and make a move down into the little bit of a chicane here? Well, the DRS, can we see? Can we get the inside? We brake late, but the McLaren's got extremely good brakes compared to our Sauber, and he will keep the position currently. But can we get the slipstream here? We've got the long left-hander here. A corner that's not very common to overtake here, as the fuel goes mental at me, so I think we're going to run out of fuel indeed. So I was talking about fuel problems. We've managed it okay. Now the final lap having a few problems now. At Silo, can we get 4th place, which is by the way absolutely amazing, because we're going to be finishing way down the order, about 16th, 17th, 18th place, and we can't really drag this car up into 5th, maybe 4th. 3rd was possible, maybe even a win was possible, but this car not going to be competitive compared to a Mercedes, a Red Bull, or a Ferrari, or a Williams for that matter, because Felipe Massa has actually pitted already and is still leading this race. But never mind that, Jenson Button, we got up the inside. Can we brake out braking? But we brake too late. We've gone straight on, and that's not what I want to see. That has gone horribly wrong there. And now we've got to watch out for Daniel Ricciardo, not Ricciardo, Verstappen should I say, up the end of us. And Felipe Massa has won this race after doing, well, I didn't know he even pitted. I don't think he must have pitted then. And of course he did, I found out that. But will come home for his 5th place, what is an absolutely unbelievable position here. 5th place in a Sauber, our first points of the season there, and I was not expecting, well, not the first points, the 2nd point hole is the biggest point hole ever. I think it's 8 points. There is Claire Williams is now a boy. Didn't think that was going to happen for a long time, but maybe they haven't put him in the game yet, or her in the game now. Maybe Claire Williams doesn't exist anymore. I thought Claire Williams was a girl. Never mind though. We'll carry on. Felipe Massa has won the Russian Grand Prix. And there is Bottas, who looks extremely angry. Probably because Claire Williams isn't in the game. He's frustrated here. The top 3 then, Felipe Massa, Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo. There are our top 3 there. Matt Williams, of course. Not a Martini Williams, just a normal Williams, which doesn't look very good currently. But they got a good position there. 1st place, that'll put them up in the championship. Yep, it's Felipe Massa sprays that champagne as Ricciardo and Vettel go and have a little talk about something. Don't know what, but they're talking about something anyway. So there's the top 3. Great shot to see that. And would you look at that? 10th place, Rio Haryanto got a point in the manor. Now, wasn't expecting that, and also Pascal Wehrlein, pretty good there as well. I thought the Renaults would be up, but they're not. They're down. Of course, one of them blew up at the start, Kimi Räikkönen out, and obviously Julian Palmer had a bit of an alteration with my teammate, it seemed there. As you can see, the Constructors and Drivers' Championship there, we move up in the Drivers' Championship. But that'll do for today, and until next time, we shall see you later. Or should we, once this actually finishes. Of course, I've seen that we did get a good position actually. But this time, the final word of this will be, we'll see you in Spain for the next round of our career mode. Until then, goodbye.